soldiers carried loads that had been turned down by a donkey. Hernias, falls, broken bones, pulled muscles, prematurely worn joints. Wounds were fatal. The uniforms could not be washed, and you can imagine how dirty they would be. The natives said you could smell the British Army a mile away. If you did survive, you could continue. If not, as I mentioned previously, you were sent back to England to fend for yourselves. With the British here, a company battalion, company fire. If they carry that through, there will be 3 companies firing. The company on the end is now preparing to fire. If all 3 fired at once, we would have battalion fire. Battalion fire is the most effective. Notice on the field that no one puts their helmet on. This is due to safety reasons. At the Battle of Chippewa, bayonets were used. When the Americans fired the first volley at South Korea, the hail and artillery, the bullets went through the bayonets on the end of the muskets. Firing until one team decided to leave the field, so those with the least amount of wounded took the lead. The daily life of the soldier, the drill, and the work continued until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon when they had their second meal, and after that, after doing their duties, they were released until curfew into the town or into Sutler's Row. At which time, about 9 o'clock at night, the party went out looking for them, brought them back to the camp. As far as food was concerned for the soldiers, each man received the equivalent of 7 pounds of flour or loaves of bread per week, 4 pounds of salt pork per week, 2 pints of dried peas, 1.5 pints of dried oatmeal per week, 6 ounces of butter, 6 ounces of sugar, 12 ounces of cheese, rice or cocoa, whichever is available, a half pint of vinegar. Most men cooled their food and ate in groups of 5 or 6 and shared the and the rest of the time they then supplemented the food through hunting or taking food from the settlers. We're getting ready for the British advance onto the This time the muskets will be you're going to see more men go down as the Americans are retreating, orderly retreat. Notice the colors have moved right up. It was not uncommon for the soldiers to have a band playing during the battle. If there was a lull in the battle, the bands would put down their instruments, picked up stretchers, and went out and removed the wounded from the field. We have a company fire on this end, another company fire on this end of the British line, and another company preparing to fire. So we've got 3 company fires. The Americans are retreating. As far as equipment was concerned, each soldier had a waistcoat, which is similar to a long vest, 1 pair of brogans, which are leather boots. They are neither sized to left or right. In fact, you were issued with 3 brogans. If you wore the same one on the left foot all the time, it would eventually take on the shape of your left foot and become your left boot. If you wore the same one on the right foot each time, it would become shaped to your right foot and become the right foot. The 3rd boot was alternated from one side to the other. 3 boots will outlast 2 pairs of boots. They had one knapsack, which was made of a wooden frame and canvas, and everything that you had was carried in that knapsack. They had one 4-edge cap, which is the cap that they're wearing today, 2 shoe brushes, 1 ball of shoe black. Notice the British are moving up. Volume company fire on the side, and now company fire is up. A brush and a toothbrush.